Good afternoon. Welcome. Oh, let's get rid of that. Welcome to today's stream. Taking a journey through the Medway Valley landmark. Good afternoon, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you've had a good start to the week as well. Anyone else that's currently tuned in, you are all very welcome to today's stream. I'm going to check that I've got everything here enabled because sometimes mods can creep up in here and require activation here. So every now and again, it's not a bad idea to have a little gander and check that nothing's missing. All right, we are good to go. We've actually worked our way through a lot of DLCs. The newer ones. We've gone through the Class 90. We've gone through the 147. We've gone through... We haven't gone through New York to Stamford. We haven't done that one. But we've done the HST Farewell DLC. So we've gone through a fair bit. And we've only got 2 chapters here to go, although good few hours here and a lot more hours here. Jesus, this is gonna take a while. Okay, we're good though. I hope there's actually like a good variety of trains to drive. I do see that they've got a 395 in the thumbnail. I hope that's actually drivable. Because see, they've also got a 66 in this thumbnail, and that's not drivable. So I guess it remains to be seen. Been playing Farming Simulator 22. Nice one, mate. How you been? How you been finding it? What was that I was on? That was the mastery rewards section. Sometimes you'll get mods that need to be activated through there instead of them just being active like straight away, basically. Let's turn these on. Got a night run to kick things off. Set these to night off. 2 Tango 09. And saying I should know this by now, to be honest. 161. Send that through. I haven't even got the doors open yet. Jesus. We're due to about 51, so we'll get the doors closed at 50 and 40 seconds. Okay, I think everything else is sorted. Yeah, destination is good as well. Cool, we're at. Jordy! Thank you very much for the raid, my man. Oh my god, I don't even have my things open, you know, my sound alerts. Jesus. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate you. Little Sinker. Oh, hello. How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. And then I also need to get this open. Really? Why isn't it just pre-logged in like it should, like it always is? There we go. While I log in. We're probably going to end up departing a touch late, but that's all good. That is okay. Alert box. Launch. Let's do our test. Mr. Kevin. There he is. Where's the audio, though? There we go. Okay. Cool. Now we're good to go. Hello, Jordy. How you doing, my man? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How's your stream, man? What did you stream? I don't know how people, you know how you'll raid someone and then they'll go and check and they'll be like, oh, you were streaming such and such game. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Just tell me what you streamed because I don't know how to figure it out. Should we get some lighting in here? Wait, is it this lighting that I wanted or is it the other one? There's a way that... Is it this one? No, there's a way that only like one side lights up. First of all, I need to find the actual light. Oh, it's only one or the other. So, was that a different... Is that the 377 then? Because I think that's too bright. But it is potentially too dark. Even though, like, I'd be okay with it. I think it's a bit too dark. I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on. It should get lighter anyway. I don't know how light it's gonna be by the time we get to Strood. But it should be lighter than it is now anyway. What bug, Mark? Sorry. Oh, ETS2, nice. The only way I can tell when I get ready some shoutouts. Oh, even... But even then, is that like the exclamation mark shout out and then such and such person, right? It doesn't give me that information. It just gives them a shout out. How is ETS2 though? I have been meaning... I think I'm going to come back to it once 1.59 fully drops. And then Pro Mods comes out for it. I think I'll come back to it then. I don't think I'm going to bother. You know, I used to have like... It's like 170 something mod files, I think it was. That's not... It just doesn't make sense to do that when I play the game like once every quarter. So, rather than spend literally 3 hours modding the game, I'm just going to do Pro Mods. And then that's it. Pro Mods, my sound mods, which are super important. And then that's it, I'm good. Where it says locked doors, but the door is locked. Oh, I don't think that's a bug. If it is, let me not say it's not a bug. It's not a bug I've encountered. Like sometimes it will take a while to clear. I think that's just due to how the scenarios or the timetables are set up. Because it'll say locked doors and then you'll be waiting. Then like 30 seconds, a minute later, then it clears up. Really good, man. Since like, what's it, 2026 now? Since 2020, I think 3, around thereabouts, they just stepped it up with like their map modeling team. I don't know whether they hired new people. I don't know whether they just trained their map modelers further. I don't know what it was, but there's like once upon a time with ETS2 for me, there was just no chance I'm playing it without pro mods, just because the base map was so trash. And as time goes on with more and more map updates and DLCs, that's less and less the case. Although I'm like, sometimes you'll traverse through somewhere, and for me it'll remind me that okay, I'm not losing my mind. The last convoy I did on stream, we drove through Poland, which was the Going East DLC. That was like the first ever DLC, and it was atrocious. It was actually quite the atrocious experience. I feel like sometimes you're waiting for a virtual guard to give the okay. Oh, this train has a virtual guard. Yeah, 20 seconds. It takes 20 seconds. So what you want to do if you want to actually just depart on time is close your doors via controller or keyboard 20 seconds before your departure time. Or if you want the doors to close straight away and you just skip the whole guard procedure, manually press this button. As in, like, look at it and press it. And then it skips the guard part. For me, I just always use the guard to close the door, even if I'm running late because it doesn't really make sense to like have the guard close the doors at some stations and then randomly not at others. In my shout out command it says go check out using they're playing. Ah, okay, maybe it's just the bot that we use then. Maybe I use a different bot for that. I've got like 3 different ones running, so I couldn't even tell you which one is used for that specific purpose.
We will shortly be arriving at Paddock Wood.
Has the 150 GWR announcement been removed? I think the one on the 166 has been removed. I don't know about the 150. Don't quote me on that either. Like I said, I think the 166 has had its announcements removed.
Eastern service to Strood, calling at Beltring, Yalding.
I haven't had any time to like properly go through the patch notes and stuff. You wouldn't believe the week I've had. I don't know. I'll be guessing, but my guess would be that they're not realistic. I've never ridden on a 166 myself, so I can't like confirm or deny. Again, it's also just a guess. So I was between work and like a church event that was held at my church. I'm part of the media team there, so I was basically there on Wednesday, and then it went on for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I also work as well, so I'd basically be finishing up there, going straight to work, going back there the following day on a Saturday, leaving there to go straight to work. It was very hectic, very hectic. I didn't sleep in my own bed for about 2 days. 2 solid days I didn't sleep in my own bed. I was sleeping on chairs and carpets. Just non-stop, just like actually non-stop. And then yeah, just other personal stuff. Yeah, well, Sunday was the marathon, right? Sunday was the marathon. What happened on Saturday? I'm not aware of anything happening on Saturday other than the strikes, which no, that wasn't on Saturday. That was the previous week. Oh, really? Who's playing? I did see. I saw one person in kit on my shift at work on Saturday. Red and white. I couldn't tell who it was though. There was no badge. But it's red and white stripes. But yeah, no, I had no clue. It was the seat and stuff. Really? What was the score? I'm not following footy at all nowadays, so you know. I ain't got a clue how likely either one was to win. 2-1 to City. See, that's the thing. When I started watching footy, I would have expected maybe 6-0 to City. So, you know, I'll hear certain stories or see certain scores, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, things have changed a lot from when I from when I was last into it. So, I'm open to just anything now. If you told me Southampton won 6-0, I would have been like, okay, yeah, cool. That's interesting. More cheating City, really? Nothing's changed then, eh? There's not really a button here, is there? There's no button. It's not, like, it's not modeled. The lift itself is fine. I have to like manually follow it.
Platform. Doors opening. Lift going up.
How about on this side? Yeah, why are the buttons not modelled on the lifts? It's just like a metal panel. What's Folkestone like? Has it actually got a sandy beach? Or is that like a false representative? But they've got them cars as well. Maybe worth a little visit. I need to get out more in the UK. That's not really winning me over. Southampton are in the Championship. But flying, they knocked Arsenal out. So that's what usually happens, isn't it? I think that's what makes the FA Cup special. It just gives Championship teams this, like, I don't know. It's like they've sniffed a line. They just have this energy. Oh, it's a green signal. Sorry, boss.
Good day, this is Ashford Signalling Centre Workstation 5. Please state your message. Over. The road's already clear, driver. You got it.
The next station is Beltring.
The last time I watched football, Southampton were in the Prem. So they've fallen off, got relegated, have built back up, and are pushing back for promotion. Christ almighty. That's a lot that's taken place in a few years. Oh, they got relegated only last season. See... So, has there been like a change in the lineup? What's caused this like push for promotion? Where was this energy last season? Also, for them to have made it into the semi-final in the first place means they would have beaten, or there's a high likelihood that they would have beaten some Prem teams, right? New manager. Oh, okay, so there's actually been changes. It's not just players deciding, okay, now we're gonna play well. Arsenal, see, you know what? Good for Arsenal, man. Good for Arsenal. Arsenal in the quarters. Are they playing next weekend? Are they having their semi? Wait, you said they're in, well, hold on. You said they're in the quarters. Oh, wait, sorry, how does that make sense? Yeah, well, no, wait. So they still got to play their quarterfinal game to get into the semis. So how come City and Southampton are, like, so far ahead in that regard? Oh, sorry, you're right, yes.
Would customers
That's
please
wild.
take care when alighting the train? This station has a narrow platform.
Like, did Arsenal put out like a B team of some sort? I mean, I doubt it. Semi's actually like worth. Although, if you're going for the Prem and you're in the running for the Prem, FA Cup is more of a, you know, it takes a bit more of a back seat. Hello ASR, how you doing, bro? Els, what you saying, bro? How are you doing? So that's some big names, really. Maybe they were just told to take it easy, man.
Board the southeastern service
19 months sub and also 1 year since minor outage incident in Iberia.
east
Happy 1 year anniversary.
Maidstone West, Maidstone
Has anything been done about that? Like, have the people been like in charge of that been charged or like what's going on with that? Thank you for the 19 months, man. Coming up very quickly on 2 years. But yeah, if Arsenal still had some big names on the field, then I'm thinking it's probably a case of like just them being told to take it fairly easy. I don't know though. I don't know. I'm just going off like what I remember. I don't know if the general kind of thing would have changed with regards to that. They know why and how, but they knew why and how like months and months ago. Oh, I completely forgot about this. They made some law changes to fix it. The who is the big? Come on, man. It's not though, is it? It may be like for the public, for the average person, but the hierarchy within that realm is very well known. I think sometimes they're just better on the day Arsenal players and look interested. Well, I mean, if they're pushing for the Prem title, I don't know. Again, I really feel like it could just be FA Cup's just like not a priority. If they get it, they get it. If not, cool. It was like we'll try, you know, we'll give it a shot. But you know, that day, I think that day was that a Sunday. I saw Ty, Arsenal Ty. What's his name? I don't know his name, but Ty, the Arsenal fella, online. Oh, I keep doing it by accident. I saw him on my bus and he looked so depressed, so down. I wouldn't have asked him for a picture, but even if I would have felt really bad about it. Yeah. I saw he looked so down, but it was a Sunday. I remember it was a Sunday. It was like 3 or 4 Sundays ago. I don't know, something like that. Like it wasn't a super long time ago. So if it was after, if that game took place on a Sunday, the Southampton game, and he was depressed like that, it would make sense. Just this month, the National Commission of Markets and Competition opened a bunch of trials for like 20 different companies, organizations, stuff like that. Oh, mad. 20 different companies/organizations. Why? There are only going to be a handful that are going to be responsible. So, are they all hiding information and that's why they're being called out? It seems a little bit excessive. Played them on the 4th of April. Okay, yeah, that would make sense then, innit? Like 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah. Was that Sunday? I don't know. I don't know if it was a Sunday or not. It was. It probably was that then. Like I can't like emphasize how down he looked in all his Arsenal glory. Everything Arsenal top to bottom. I mean, it's what he's known for, innit? Everyone did something wrong, just a matter of who made the wrong. Really? Oh, so it's deeper than what it initially seemed like then.
Calling at Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barrow.
What's the West Cornwall local like? How well do you know it, Mark? This is the thing with that route, right? If you know it really well, if you know the area really well, you're going to be super disappointed. If you have no idea what to expect, it's not going to be too bad, mate. Poor bloke. I mean, he's an interesting fella. He's an interesting fella. Still going to win something, maybe. Yeah. I mean, City have a tendency to sort of like compete for a while, and then it gets towards the end, and then they just bury their opposition completely. Like, they'll make you feel terrible for even thinking you had a chance. Well, Mark, that's a sort of like general feedback that I see a lot of the time with regards to that route. Is they've done a really bad job of it, but if you don't know what it's meant to look like, you can't really be mad at it. But if you know what that area looks like and you see it, you'll be very disappointed. I personally, playing through it, you know, back when it came out, so this was years ago, I don't know if any update has released since then that's broken it. It was pretty decent. I like the freight on it. I like the passenger services. The BR stuff is apparently really unrealistic. Don't know if that would bother you or not. There's a branch line that has like a wrong speed limit. That has been the case since release, and Rivet have just decided to never fix it. Yeah. I mean, it's also a TOD3 route as well, so it's going to have the older lighting, so be prepared for that. Other than that, in my opinion, it's pretty decent. It's a cool little route. It's a cool little route. Again, as somebody who doesn't know anything about it in reality, only 2 got the highest degree of trial, very severe. Iberdrola and the National Grid Operator. Okay. That's reasonable, I think. If both win their final game, City win on goal difference. Oh, their final game. Sorry, I was thinking FA Cup. Okay, so I'm assuming City have a sizable gap. Well, what are we in now? April. Okay, there's still a few months ago. Yeah, I'm assuming City's got quite a sizable gap at the moment. That's pressure on Arsenal, man. There's no like 2 ways about it. They have to win. They have to be top. That's pressure against City as well. I don't know what City I like these days, innit? But the City that I remember, oh, worth buying West Cornwall local. How much is it at? How much is it right now, Mark? Yeah, I think the 142 got added at some point, like after the 142 came into the game. When I played it, it didn't have it, so I've got no idea, like, what that timetable is like. You've also got, if you have, there's also like a Steam DLC for it as well. That has like a Steam rail tour. I don't know if there's an entire Steam timetable. I don't know if it's just rail tours, but there's some Steam that gets thrown in there as well. Arsenal top by 3 points. Only a couple of goals. Oh, there's still time for them to rectify that then. There's still got time to rectify that. It's still anyone's game by the sounds of it. It's anyone's game. Are there any games in hand? That's also something to consider.
The next station is.
How are Newcastle doing these days?
This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary.
Arsenal top by 9 points. Oh, yeah, see? Was that because Arsenal were just bottling it? Or was that just down to City being City?
See it. Say it.
Really? No way. I'll tell you what the Newcastle team did for my FPL that season, yeah? Absolutely godly. And I saw it. I saw the vision. I've never been like fully into like football in terms of like knowledge wise, yeah? I can't tell you about this player and that player and where they came from and this and that. But I would watch like United. I'd watch Match of the Day and stuff like that. I'd watch the, you know, Champions League and FA Cup and all of that. When it came to FPL, I was thinking, oh man, I've got some like actual knowledgeable people in this league. I'd be happy just to not be last. Listen, the minute I saw Isak doing his thing, I said, yeah, I gotta get this guy in. Then a couple of others, I forgot their names that season. Got them in ASAP. They just did wonders for me, man. They did wonders. Arsenal boiling it. Is Geronimo still not finished? I mean, Nabil, I haven't really gone at it, to be honest, mate. I played it a bit when it first released, and then I was giving my energy to all the other DLCs that released after it, and I've only just come back now. And to be fair, I've done most of it. Oh, I say I've done most of it. In this chapter, I've got 2 chapters to go. This one and another one. This one has like 3 more services to go. But bro, the last chapter, I can't say I'm looking too forward to it, boss man. Can't say I'm looking too forward to it. I'm just hoping that at least we're given a variety of trains to drive, because boy, there's like 30 runs there. And if they're all going to be 375s, it's going to be more like 378s. Arsenal drew with Wolves, who are bottom of the league, and lost the ball. Ah, man. You know what? This is the thing. In the moment, teams will have those periods, and they'll be like, oh man, this is really disappointing, we need to do better, title race, but you don't really feel it doesn't really reach boiling point. You don't feel the heat for real until City win by 3 points or by 6 points or on goal difference, yeah. And now you're looking, and now the Arsenal fans and team are going to be looking back at those games thinking, bro, the title was in those games. That's how it is. It's so peak. Do I know Tottenham at 80? I know they're having a stinker. Well, I heard a while ago they're having a stinker. It's funny that they're still having a stinker. 18th in April. Like, that's like legit bad. That's not like a bad start. That's not like new players struggling to kind of gel with the team. That's like Tottenham are 80. Like, they're an 18th place team. They're a bottom of the table team. That's wild. Is that relegation? How many teams are in the Premier League? Is it 21? They're at risk of relegation. Poor Castle. La Liga's crazy. Barca first have an 11-point gap to the second team, Madrid. There's 5 games remaining. 15 points for grabs. I mean, realistically, it's Barca's title to win. That's not even like... That's not even like a nail biter. That's Barca's title to win, man. 20. Oh, they're in relegation. Oh. Oh, Tottenham, man. Like, they were never, like, top of the table, but they had some... You know, they had a little meat on the bone. 18th in April. At the end of... Let's call it May. Let's basically call it May. 18th in May, bro. Season's over. How did they perform last season? Has this been like an actual decline over a couple seasons, over a couple of years, or has this just been a horrid season for them? Real Madrid haven't won a title since 2023, 2024. I mean, that was a couple of years ago, boss. It's not that long ago. It's not that big of a deal. Whether Barca, it's just another season in La Liga, isn't it? I mean, look at the past 20. Was it the Italian league, Serie A, that was quite spicy for a while? Serie A had a good season, or a good few seasons, some years back. Newcastle doesn't have the squad to compete in the Champions League on both cars. So where did all you lot's players go, or did they just like fall off? I know Isak went away somewhere. Got beaten by one of the best team motivation Barcelona. Okay, we're getting beaten by one of the best teams in football history. Isn't really like that big of an L. Beaten in round 16 of FA Cup by City. I mean, that sucks, round 16, but it was City. I think that's just bad luck, in all honesty. It wasn't like some bottom of the table championship team beating the Carabao Cup by City. Bro, I think that's just luck, man. I think that specifically has just been down to luck. So where are you guys in the table now at the moment? Also, how's United season going? Tottenham finished 16th last year. Okay, yeah, they deserve to go then. Get out the Prem. RC arrives in the crew manifest studio too. Oh, May the 6th. That's quite close. Bro, I was thinking about that game like yesterday, I think. And how I haven't played it in a while. I say 2023-24 was last title in any competition. Oh, right, that was the last time they won anything. I mean, again, I don't know. Like, I don't think that's... I don't know. What are the teams competing in Spain right now, apart from Real Madrid and Barca? Haven't replaced Isak. 14th. I mean, you know what? It could be worse. Like, it could be 18th, bro. It could be 18th. United are 3rd. Okay, they're having a good season then. Good for them, man. Good for them. And I say having a good season. I don't know. United have always been really odd, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, they stress me out so much. And then you look at them in the table and it's like, okay, like, they're not actually doing that badly. But, like, we would be losing a lot of games and just having stinkers. And then, like, but we're not doing badly. I don't know. It was always really weird with United. Like, we're 3rd, but I guarantee if I had watched them this season, I would have been stressed out my mind. Play from Atletico, grab the ball out of the game. Do you not have VAR in Spain? It's Arsenal you won't bottle. Careful, bro. Careful. What train you get with West Cornwall? The 150. The 150 for passenger services and the Class 37 for freight. You also get some some specific wagons for that route as well that are just nice to have in the game in general. Really interesting one is Scotland Rangers and Celtic. Man, I'll win. Bro, I remember back when I was in school, Celtic were just like OP. I remember they beat Barcelona as well in that one crazy game in the Champions. That was a crazy time for Scottish football, you know. I mean, I guess not crazy if you're like part of it because it's just the same old every season. But I don't know, seeing it from like a complete outside perspective, it was wild. They thought we were complaining because they were losing time unnecessarily. That's crazy. See, that shit there just makes my blood boil when I'm watching footy. That was mad, bro. What a time. What a time. A random moment just popped into my head as well from that era. Do you remember, what was his name? Who is it that played for Chelsea that just like kicked the ball from like the corner flag almost on the left, on the left wing, and then it just like sailed in. I don't know why that goal just came to mind. I think it was just a normal Prem game. That whole era of football was very classy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it had started to get a bit frustrating with the rules and like how players could barely like be allowed to touch each other and stuff like that. But there was a couple seasons in that era that were really special, you know. Semi-finals of Champions League or Arsenal versus Atletico, PSG versus. Wait, where's? Hold on, where's City? What did I miss? Oh wait, that was FA Cup, wasn't it? Never mind. PSG versus Bayern. Is that like a as good as a fixture as it would have been a few years back? That sounds like a game worth watching. 44 days for the World Cup. I don't know if Morocco already. Is it this year's in Morocco, right? Or is it in Saudi or something? I don't remember which one's first. I haven't seen any talk about Morocco hosting the World Cup in a very long time. City got declassified by Real Madrid. Real Madrid got knocked out by PSG.
Welcome aboard this southeast
Oh, raw.
to Strood, calling at Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and Strood.
Bayern knocked out Real Madrid. This talk is making me miss watching football, man. USA makes on Canada this year. Oh, really? Ah. Wait, okay, so is Morocco the next one and then Saudi's the one after? Or was Morocco just African Cup of Nations? Okay. Whoa. Why am I reversing? I'm forward. What the hell was that about?
The next station is.
Hello, Stuart. I do have the HSD farewell pack, yeah, mate. Feel free to watch the scenarios if you want to see the scenarios and my thoughts on it on YouTube. I also streamed it a bunch as well. So that content's all there for you if you want to watch it, whether it's stream form or video form. Literally Spain, Portugal, Morocco. When did this 3-country thing become a thing? Am I hooking up with some mate? What makes you think I'm gonna be there myself? Also, part of the classifiers happening in Latin America. I've been into TSW since TSW 2, Stuart. So yeah, fair bit, mate. Fair bit. I was in it heavy TSW 2, streaming it and playing it. Then TSW 3, I kind of slowed down. Didn't really stream it. Didn't really play it much. Thank you very much for the follow. And then from TSW 4 up until now, just been at it. Saudi were going up against Argentina for the 2034. One of the Saudis paid and used Messi to push their bid instead of him endorsing Argentina. That's crazy. Money talks. Yeah, I don't know how much more money Messi needs, in all honesty, but hey, money always has a voice. I guarantee you Messi did not need that money. Bro just did it for the love of the game. There has to be something else within that deal, man. Gotta say, man, here no people gravitate to it. You know what, Stuart? It used to be like quite popular back in. I think I had my most popular time with this game, like streaming it, in the TSW 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. In the TSW 4 days, and in the early TSW 5 days, then it just kind of fell off, mate. And like as an ambassador, I get early access to content, so I will stream something that hasn't come out yet, you know, before it comes out, and there's just no engagement, and I think that says a lot. I think there's only so much of that can be down to just me not really being out there, right? Because at the end of the day, if we're interested in something, you're going to go and search it, and yeah, you might have a preference for who you watch, but ultimately, whether it's a content creator you're familiar with or not, if they got the content that you're looking for, you're going to watch it. And I think, yeah, it is quite telling when I'll stream something that hasn't come out yet days in advance, and there's just no interest. "2030 is Spain plus Portugal plus Morocco, but because it's the 100-year anniversary of World Cup, they're doing 64 plus 64 team and classifiers in Latin America."
Welcome aboard
Jesus.
this Southeastern service.
Bro, they might as well just throw in the whole 64 teams and just go at it.
Snodland.
Forget like qualifiers and all of that. Just let the actual World Cup be all of those teams. What, Jordy, the ambassadorship? Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You know the hours that I've streamed TSW. If I go and go through my playtime of the games, I think I'm already at 500 with this one, if I'm not mistaken. Usually it's around like the 500, 600 mark for each TSW, but this one has just been a lot. It's quite ironic that I got the email for the invitation as I was playing LMU. Yeah, I was very like I can't explain my excitement that day. I was like legit like jumping. I was very excited. It's like it's the first ever like major thing that's come my way as a content creator, and it was the thing that I wanted the most. So I was gassed, man. Super gassed, super gassed. And it came at a good time as well, because I was starting to debate whether it was worth continuing, because I didn't really feel like, I don't know, like it was like I do it. Like, don't get me wrong. I stream the games I play because they're games I enjoy playing. So it's not that I'm not forcefully doing anything at any given moment, but I would like to also be successful as a streamer as well. When it's just like terrible for so long, and it doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere, you just start thinking about whether it's worth it, man. So yeah, I think it came at a good time, man. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Yeah, there's a whole lot behind the scenes regarding it. Like, man, like I've been up to like 3, 4, 5 in the morning recording content just for it to be for nothing. Like, many a time. And now with like, yeah, a lot going on in life, it's just, yeah, I'm very happy that we've got a bit of a break from releases. Let's put it that way, man. March was too much, way too much. Not just on me as well. A lot of the other ambassadors had quite a difficult time trying to do everything in March. Some just gave up on like certain pieces of content. They just skipped DLCs altogether. But yeah, I'm also proud of myself for maintaining my integrity, which is why it really like. Okay, not really, but it's frustrating when you see people say, "Oh yeah, ambassadors get free content," and they're not going to say anything bad because they don't want to lose their free. Excuse me. How do you know I was getting free content before my ambassadorship? Well, what makes you so confident?
The next station is Snodland. This is British.
At this point, might as well make World Cup League. Wait, wasn't there something similar to that at some point? Like in the 2010s? League of Nations. So let's not call it that.
See it, say it, sorted.
God, the man hours, tell me how many thousands of hours for hardly any worth thing. Yeah, bro, it's mad. Only care about quantity these days, not quality. Yeah, I mean, seeing, okay, there has been more communication from like Dovetail to us as ambassadors, and it's tough, you know. They don't want to put bad content out there. It's like it's quite clear they don't want to. Nobody wants, even just logically thinking about it. Nobody's gonna intentionally go and put bad things out there. It's just priority, right? Priorities are a bit tipsy turvy. Pressure from investors. I think that's something that's been spoken about, like on the forums as well. You look at Matt, for example. This guy as the executive producer. I don't know if he still does it, but I know a couple of years back, this guy would be up at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, trying to resolve bugs on the forums, talking to people. The executive producer of the game. That's not his job. I was saying in the back, I was like, bro, I respect it, but he should not be doing that. It's passion, and like, if anyone's passionate about the game, it's him. But why is he having to do that? You know? Yes, passion is what passion can only go so far within that excuse, you know? So there's definitely like solid people there, but it's just a matter of priorities being a bit messed up, man. And I think my outlook for the future, at least for the time being, is let's just put our hopes into third parties. I don't think with the pressure that Dovetail seems to be under and seems to be experiencing in house, I don't know, man. Let's put our eggs in third parties baskets. I think that would be my kind of like mentality moving forward. Not that Dovetail can't come out with something special, but to bet on it would be quite foolish. The odds would be great. The odds would be amazing, but it would be foolish. That's why the odds would be amazing. You're more into UK stuff, Stuart. I think that helps. I think that helps being more into like a specific region, because you're not gonna feel a need to buy like everything. Focus room DTG for me. Talk back to you. Yeah, I mean, I think the reason I disagree, you know what it is? The face of Dovetail, right? The public face was better back then. But you go back to like, if you're gonna talk like, I like to go by evidence, right? If you go back to Train Sim Classic, when you look at Dovetail content, the same flaws or very similar flaws were found then that are found now. There hasn't really been any growth in that sense. And it was always third parties that carried Train Sim Classic to a game that's still viable today. Just like it's mostly third parties that are carrying TSW content. But in terms of like the public face, bro, TSW2 was like, you know, it's like the sun shone down right on it, you know? Like, you had Sam, who, the guy was just that was so down to earth, man. He wouldn't, you know how bugs today are just like kind of like laughed over or skipped over. He would be like, yo, hold on a second, why is this in the game? He would, bro, when we're talking about voices of the community, Sam was a voice of the community, bro. Like, this guy was solid. You had the preservation team, Adam's lot, Skyhook Adam. He was with Dovetail on the preservation team. They were just patterning everything that was lacking in the older DLCs. They were bringing them up to present day, present day standards. That was on point. I forgot about Nat until somebody mentioned her on the forums. Nat was a sick community. I don't know exactly what role she played, but she was out there in the community. She was really cool as well. And then those people left, and then it just became, the streams became just either pure marketing spiel or banner. And that's not to say that they can't have fun, but when you're previewing an upcoming release, that's not just a normal stream. That's quite a purposeful stream with a focus that I think needs to be maintained. I'm not gonna say anything personally or mention any specific streams. I could. There are many that I could mention, but generally speaking, I think the preview streams have lost their meat, if I can put it. They've lost their flavor. There used to be a lot of like 4-up challenges, which are just the community like managers and Matt and stuff just having a bit of fun on streams. That was like fun to see, you know what I'm saying? It was like good vibes from a player perspective. There were bugs, but they weren't as rampant as they are now. We didn't know that we were going to have TSW 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Yeah, man, things just weren't as bad back then overall, you know? The cracks were starting to show, but there was no crumbling yet. I think when TSW 4 came, TSW 3 maybe was a transitional period. When TSW 4 came, for sure, by then, we were well and truly on the road we are now. You look at the suspension improvements that were meant to come for that game. Suspension improvements were sold as part of the marketing for TSW 4. Why didn't it come until the very end of TSW 4's life cycle? And then on top of that, it didn't even come for all the content, and it was added to wagons and locomotives and actual trains where skipped. That completely like muddles my mind to this day. Why wagons were prioritized to have suspension upgrades over locomotives and passenger trains. I also feel like Matt is one of the only ones who gets it. Yeah, there are definitely multiple of the ones that get it, but Matt is by far, I think, he's proven himself beyond everyone. Japanese route coming soon? I actually don't know, but even if I did, I can't say beyond what's like publicly released. If there's like some sneak peek that we can share, like with the updates recently that we were allowed to talk about, I'll make a video on it probably, and you'll hear it on stream as well. But you're not really gonna know it's coming until it comes. So can't talk about TSC. Never really played it. Yeah, you know what? Same. What I say about TSC is what I first heard from players of TSC. I bottled this as well. What I first heard from players of TSC, but then I also actually got to see myself, bro. What? There's a German DLC that I played, yeah, some months ago, like 2 months ago. It was one of the last TSC streams I did. So you know, obviously PZB, to acknowledge PZB, there's an audio for that. To acknowledge CFAR, there's an audio for that. There's like different audios for like the different safety systems in a German train, yeah. Bro, what? I think it was a 101 that I drove. All the sounds were the same. All the sounds were the LZB sound. So for LZB, you had the LZB sound. For PZB, you had the PZB sound. For ZFAR, when you acknowledge ZFAR, you heard the PZB sound. And it's like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? What the hell is that? So there was that kind of level of stuff going on back then, innit? It was very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I have gotten to experience some of it myself as time has gone on. But most of what I know of TSC in terms of like Dovetail's impact on it has been through word of mouth, in all honesty, which is always flawed. There's always room for flaw, but I have now seen a little bit of it myself. But you know what? With the right routes, with mods paid, and paid DLCs and stuff like that, basically when you fork out a bit of money, when you fork out a lot of money, it actually can become a better experience than this. Like, I've had experiences on TSC that have been better than this, in all honesty. Obviously that's subjective, but That's my, you know, my experience. And that gave you a free DLC. What a legend! He's streaming a lot more TSW. Demographic has changed. Maybe, but then surely the new gen of kids are like into streaming, like speed and all of that. I don't know. I would think like streaming is still very much in fashion. I think it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've always seen it. Like, clearly, there's more players than ever playing TSW. They're making more money than ever. They make more money year on year. Whatever people want to say about them as a company, they are successful. My outlook has been that people just aren't as interested in it as they were, enough to kind of sit and watch. Because my styles never change. If you go, my TSW2 streams are on YouTube still. Every stream I've ever streamed is on YouTube. When you go back to those and you look at kind of me and how I was and what I said and how I said it, bro, I've never changed. I haven't really changed. I was more quieter because there wasn't really anyone to talk to back then. But even then, actually, every now and again, I'll visit my old streams and I realize, raw, like, they weren't actually as terrible as I remember them being. Anywho, point is, my style never really changed. So if it was people turning away from me, and it's a bit before I became an ambassador that the numbers dropped, so it's not just because of that. It can only be the game, because nothing's really changed on my, like, I used to have I still do get train drivers, but not as much. Like, I used to like regularly get train drivers for the routes that I'd be playing. So if I was playing Long Island Railroad, I had a driver on that route come, and we were just talking about the train and just yapping away. And then I was playing a German route, I think it was, and I have a German driver come through and you know, and have a chat, and it was just a nice space for people involved within the, like, around and within the railway, as well as players of TSW. And I feel like the people who stood on kind of like realism, perhaps, or maybe just had a bit more respect than they do now for the game or for Dovetail or whoever involved, I think they've just been filtered out. Whether it's due to game standards drop in, whether it's due to community relations drop in. At least I slowly sorting the blurry textures. Well, sort of. Yeah, you know what? My thing always has been, Stuart, I'll believe it when I see it. We've had so many instances of being told this is coming, this is going to be fixed, and then that simply not happening. That I would be an absolute moron to sit here and say, yeah, they're fixing it. Yeah, it's amazing, it's great. Yeah, it's definitely getting fixed. No. They can say that. However, for me personally, as a player who's been playing for some years now, when they released what they're going to release with regards to that, and I see PlayStation players saying, oh, this is good now, Xbox players saying, oh, this is fixed now, then I will say, the fixes have come. For now, blurry textures need sorting out, and that's that. I now have swag. Can you define swag? Performance fixing TSW 6 releases. Was that what they said? Yeah, I don't take what's said. Like, even like behind the scenes, being communicated to directly by staff, it kind of it breaks down the barrier a little bit rather than just seeing a community post. So there's a bit more tendency to lean towards trust, but my brain hasn't been taken out my skull. I still know what I'm dealing with. I still know what I've experienced. So I'm still very cautious regardless. But there's been positivity. There's been positive things going on. It's not all doom and gloom.
Aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Beltrick, Yalding, Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West.
Snodland, calling Cuxton and Strood.
What am I being held by? Is this one? I think. I don't know. Look at what I'm wearing, bro. It's just a plain white tee. It's got a stain on it. You can't even see it. They literally said performance fix in the short theory and pronunciation. You know what? If so we know from Focus there's another TSW coming. If there's like a whole like, oh, ambassadors get invited to Chatham. I don't know, man. I have to be honest. The first thing I'm going to say is, well, I'm a bit disappointed that there's another TSW. That's basically you're probably not going to see me on any promotional material. I'll be honest. Don't expect to see my face on any promo material. I don't know how much can it be positive about. I don't know. We'll see. How you doing, Jackson? I'm good, thank you, bro. You might catch me in photos if there is like a link up there, but I don't know if you're gonna see me in anything. It's gonna take a lot for me to be impressed about TSW7, if that's what they're gonna call it. We'll assume so. It's gonna take a lot. I can't even tell you. I can't even like. It's just gonna take a lot. They're gonna have to blow me away, man. That's good to hear, bro.
The next station is Beltrick.
Since I've started streaming, I'm okay. I'm okay. I haven't been the greatest today, but since I've started streaming, much better. I'm glad I did. I was considering not doing so. Then I realized, you know what? I'll come and chill, play my game, have a chat with you lot. It might help things. And it genuinely has. So I appreciate you guys. Deeply from my heart, I appreciate you. Every time they take a photo, but the holidays. You forget I've been there twice already for playtesting before I became an ambassador. Nah, I'm good, man. The thing is, it's embedded in my head. Like there's a little something that just goes like every time I hear it. So if there is another thing planned and they mention it, or I don't know, they just mention it for whatever reason. I don't know. You know, you can't hide like your initial reaction to something. So I hope I don't have like a terrible one. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I'm starting to think more and more about going full time, you know. It's really been on my mind like these last couple of days. I'm not surprised that there's TSW7 as on EA Sports. I just find it funny that no one, like, no staff member has made any effort to, like, hide that news. You know, usually when something leaks, they'll be all over it, like panicking. I feel like they just... Everyone knows it's coming anyway. They know everyone knows it's coming.
Would customers please take care when
I just think to myself, yeah,
station has a narrow platform?
do the new iterations make that much money? Like that, no matter how much they know we don't like it, they keep bringing in new iterations. Is it really like worth it that much to that extent? It has to be, right? But then I wonder how much of that is just getting the like 3-for-1 deal on routes, because that is a good deal. So I wonder if they just didn't upgrade TSW and release like a similar bundle as you would get for a new TSW. I wonder how much the difference would be. And you know what? If it's about like getting the game to show up on storefronts and stuff, yeah. Why not, instead of trying to do that every year, why not spend some time working on making the game take care of that itself? Like with ETS2, for example, there are hundreds of thousands of players that play ETS2. They've only ever had to release it once. They've only ever released it once, and the quality of the game done the talking, done the marketing, done the promo, done the advertising. Why can't TSW focus on that? It's almost like the guys whose decision it is to make a new iteration every time know that the game can never be that good, and so they're clinging on to this string of annual release. I mean, Jackson, I think people continuing to buy content is a bigger problem.
The next station is Yalding.
So something about TSW7. Well, yeah, Focus, who own
If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text
the company that owns
101.
Dovetail, I believe. I don't think they own them directly.
That's 6, 101.
Basically said
See it.
in like an annual
Sorted.
thing, like they announced some upcoming stuff for the games that they publish, and a new TSW was one of them. Jackson, get a hotel, bro. Keep yourself safe. That's a safe spot. I mean, hey, listen, even Shy gets a hotel every now and again, bro. You gotta have a spot planned, or at least an area where you could potentially sleep sorted before you even get there. How many TSW you can make until people stop buying? I mean, else people won't stop buying. They could release twice a year. People won't stop buying it, bro.
We will shortly be arriving
When you
at
see
Yalding.
the quality of content that people buy and how quickly they buy it, people don't wait for reviews, they don't wait for feedback, they don't wait to,
Speak to a member
they
of
just go
staff
and buy.
or text us on 6,
And
116.
a lot of them
Sorted.
are just not privy to the things that are wrong. They just,
See it.
they don't know, they don't know that they might not know that a particular speed limit is wrong. They might not know that this train has an incorrect head code. They might not know that, you know, this train isn't the actual train that exists on the they might not know any of that. So they'll buy it and they will actually be very, very happy with what they have. And those people are not people that exist on the forum. They're not people that exist on Discord. They're not people that exist on chat and YouTube chats and Twitch chats. They're just in their own bubble, enjoying anything that comes out. And those are the players that continue to allow Dovetail to move in the direction that they do. Yeah, Thief is a good example as well, Els.
Welcome
And
aboard
that makes
the
even more sense for an annual release than something like TSW.
calling at
But
Watering Bridge.
it doesn't actually have to be that. They could just update the teams.
Maidstone Barracks.
And not only will people buy it every year, they will splash on coins and Ultimate Team. Covered like 1,200 kilometers today. Damn. 5,000 on Marseille. That's crazy, bro. What's left in your journey? Would like to see more of the East Coast Main Line, Edinburgh to Newcastle or something. You know what, Stuart? I personally, I don't know too much of regarding the East Coast Main Line, but from what I've read, apparently it's that quite difficult to make a fun section of the East Coast Main Line, especially if it's going to connect to what we already have in the game. I don't know how true that is. But considering it hasn't been touched since TSW4, I think it makes sense. Ignorance is bliss. That's not just power and choice. And you know what? With TSW, honestly, you want to be in the ignorance is bliss. I'm not going to lie. It's what helps me so much over the years get through things. Yeah, that's a very good point as well, Els. Yes, you've got other train sims, but as I always say, no other train sim does what TSW does, how TSW does it. They all have their own little quirks and their own pros and cons and all of that and all of this, but none of them actually compete directly head-to-head with TSW. So you've got that as well. And let's not talk about consoles, you know, like, okay, consoles now have, well, Xbox now has SimRail, but it's trash. It's actually, the SimRail on Xbox is not the SimRail on PC. It's trash. So again, just like on PlayStation, your only real option is TSW. Rotterdam is next. Booked a house on the beach for a week. Need a vacation from this vacation. You know what? That actually makes sense. That actually genuinely makes sense.
We will shortly be arriving at Watering Bree.
What's an experience that was completely unexpected that you've had on this journey so far, Jackson? Either an experience that you've had, something you've realized, you know, anything that was just completely unexpected before you started. Belgrade was the safest place out of all of these. You know what? It is 2026. Things have definitely changed.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Hoyland, Cuxton, and Strood.
Met very nice people in the Balkans. You must have seen some beautiful, beautiful views over there.
The next station is East Farley.
So I'm not gonna time you out. Just step away a little bit from your device, just for a few minutes. All right, bro. What's new? I was meant to start racing last week, but I didn't. So it will be this week. I'm looking forward to that. I'm a little bit anxious that it won't be as special as it. You know, sim racing, yeah. Like like for years, if I'm just like going through it or just in a bad space, bro, I just get online, throw up some AC, connect to my wheel, go in the Nordschleifer, and just like I just forget everything. Or I go in something like no hezzy and I just lock in, right, and I just forget everything else. And it was always really special for me, as much as it was like enjoyable as well and something I was passionate about. And I don't know, I'm a bit nervous that like I'll go back on it and it will feel a bit unfamiliar. We'll see though. There was an interesting update today. I think I'm coming back at a good time. There was an update today that affected, like, it changed like car performance, a lot of cars' performances across some tracks. So I wouldn't have like gotten used to the way a car drove last week just to have it change on me the following week. I haven't played LMU specifically since December last year, but even that time that I logged in, I think I just logged in. I logged into race. I opened the game, stayed at the menu for a bit, and for one reason or another, just turned it off. So I don't actually remember when the last time I raced actually was. It was probably when I last streamed it. Since then, I've just been going on AC Evo every now and again. I'm really enjoying that. Cannot wait for the open world. Bro, I've been recommending it from day one, man. I say from day one. I think I was recommending it from before I even had it myself. Like I started to clock amongst like the like content creators I would watch and just stuff that I would read that okay, this game's actually like this game's got it. And then yeah, man, over time it just shot up in popularity. That now it's basically between iRacing and LMU for like King of Sim Racing. I guess AMS2 isn't too far behind.
The next station is Maidstone West.
I like this. I'm in my peaceful place. It's the most peace I've felt in like days. You know what? Leave it there, Els. Leave it there. Be here on Thursday and Friday, and then see whether watching me race away gets you back in the groove. That's what you need sometimes, man. Because you might go through the work of pulling it out now. You plug everything in, and then you might just end up staring at your computer like, okay, what am I actually feeling to play? And you realize you're not really that motivated to play anything or to drive anywhere. Although, bro, hey, we need to jump back on No Hezi, man. It's been a minute. You and the Bill and myself, we need to jump back on. That I'd be down for. I'd be down for a sesh, man. No, not yet, man. Not yet. I might just have to sim race with my truck wheel. No, I'm joking. But I need. I've considered it though. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually considered it. But it's not just a wheel that I need. I also need to get. I mentioned it last week. I need to get like springs for my brake pedal, so that there's a bit of resistance to it when I press it. For now, I'm just gonna use my Thrustmaster stuff, because I also, realistically, if I'm gonna fork out money on Moser gear, more Moser gear, I need to have a reason for it. So when I'm week in week out sim racing, when I'm properly on it, then I've given myself a valid reason to invest more into it. You are, bro. You went. It was just the issue. It was connection issues you were having, right? I think it was connection issues or performance issues or something like that. That was cocking you. But like actually driving, it was calm. But when we actually got to drive, it was calm, man. And then that night, bro, you lot motivated me to set a mad record that day, man. I beat that record. I don't know if it ever got updated. I was like connected online and everything. I smashed that score that I got that night. I was gassed about it though. Swerving big body bends, bro. What? Was it like top 20% or top 10% or something in the world? I don't remember, but I was gassed. I had every reason to. Bro, it said bang out. Gee, I hadn't played. Bro, like I literally have to dust off my wheel to play that. I have to dust off my. It's like once or twice a year I play. I was in the bill. It's like once a year, because every time I jump on, I'll give him a shout, see if he's active. So rare, so rare. That's why I stayed on for hours after you lot hopped off. I was like, nah, like I can't. It won't sit well with me if I hop off and I haven't set like a proper score. If I haven't gone 15 minutes without crashing. Something in me, man. It needed to eat. Yeah, I know. Bro, it's just I had to do it. Like I had to. I can't explain it, man. I'd go like 11, 12 minutes, and then I'd crash, and I'd have to start again. I'd go like 8 minutes, 9 minutes. I'd crash, starting again, until I got my 15 minutes solid. I think then I got 15 minutes. I got a score. I was like, no, this is dead. Like I know I played it too safe. I was like, let me just do it again. One more. And you know one more what it ends up turning into. Yeah, I don't regret it though at all. It's worth it. It was worth it. Yeah, because you get scored per 15 minutes. So your clock when you start driving, a 15-minute timer will start. So you've got 15 minutes to set your score, basically. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be you keep like going, you keep increasing your score until you crash. And then at some point, while I wasn't playing, they added this 15-minute thing.
Say it. Sorted.
And that helps, I'm not gonna lie, because what if I just kept going forever? What if up until today, bro, I was still like doing one run? I think the previous record, before they changed it to 15 minutes, the previous record took 4 hours. I think someone was just driving for 4 hours. That's nuts. I set my record driving 45 minutes, I think. My old record.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and Strood.
Of course, bro. Far away. How random a wait can it be, man? Is it going to be to the point where I'm not going to answer? Absolutely not. Don't let your dreams be dreams. No, but my colleagues have reported so. Not even just my colleagues, bro. When when we were in training, so we were only there for a couple of days. A few of the guys that I was doing my training with were saying, yeah, like they'd blow their nose and then they'd be like, when they would like rub the inside of their nose, there'd be like black stuff there. I've personally never encountered it, but I think I could only imagine that's if you're working, like, if you're around the track often, I would assume. Yeah, bro. Believe me, don't believe me, yeah? That's your own problem. We had the station closure a few weeks ago. Welcome back, Jackson, by the way. We had a station closure. During that station closure, they brought in cleaners to dust the platform. We got 2 platforms. They dusted all the walls, the lighting fixes, everything. Believe me, don't believe me. That's your own problem. When I went up to I went up to the control room and looked at the cameras. You couldn't see what was going on the platform. There was so much dust. You couldn't see who was on the platform, what they were doing. Brother, it was mad. It was mad. There's so much dust that you don't see. It's, bro, it's mad. See where I stay? Where at my station, I'm by the entrance. So number 1, you got fresh air. A lot of fresh air. Number 2, the platforms are downstairs. I'm upstairs, so I'm good. The only time I go downstairs is when I need to talk to somebody for whatever reason, like, I don't know, somebody sleeping or whatever, like people mucking about on the platforms. If I'm like sending a train away, so if just like there on the platform putting my hand up, or if I'm doing my checks. Other than that, I don't business on the platform, brother, and I am very happy not doing so. No, I've never seen anything like what's it called? What's that like stuff called? I've never seen anything like that basically, but I've got colleagues who have. There's a colleague who heard things from behind the door, like a locked door, who recorded it apparently, but I never asked him about it. I probably will the next time I work with him at one of the stations I work at. And then there are a couple of others that are new to my area, and I asked them like, "Raw, like, you know, do you have any stories? Like, I'm into that kind of thing." They were like, "Yeah, like in their old station, basically, there's a hospital not too far, and there would just be a lot of like just weird and creepy stuff. The closest I've got is like feeling uneasy somewhere where I usually am completely fine, and like it's very weird." But other than that, I haven't actually seen anything myself. I'm hoping to though. I like that kind of thing. I hope I do see stuff. I'm jealous when I hear other people's stories. I get jealous, man. Something pretty unexpected as well was the bus driver in Albania stopping right on the highway just to get spoken. Yeah, bro. I remember when I was in Morocco years ago, we were on a coach. I was on a coach, so long distance. On the motorway, the coach driver just yapping on his phone the whole time. I'm looking at that thinking, bro, that could never run in the UK. Never. You can't that in Serbia and Montenegro. But yeah, it makes sense for those, like, yeah, those sorts of areas. I don't know, bro. I've always been like into that. Like, I used to love watching like ghost like shows and stuff, like ghost hunting shows and stuff on TV growing up.
This is British Transport Police.
Yeah,
If
man.
you notice something out of the ordinary,
Stuart, I started in 2024, mate. November 2024, so not too long. Not too long.
That's 61016. See it, say it.
Smoking in the train is also completely normal. Just throw out the window when you're finished. Like what, are there like cabins for it, Jackson, or is it just anywhere on the train at any time? 75k is tempting, brother. Pray for me, bro. I'm in the process. Just anywhere how you like. Nice. Your union is strong, probably be on 50k. You know what? And what? Yes. You know, I don't get yet. Like the public will rather be upset at like us instead of their own employers and like their union if they have one or not. Bro, like what, like the benefits that TFL employees have achieved over however many decades, that's come from that partnership and that work and like that voice. Do you get it? Anyone in any area teachers can do it, bro. Doctors can do it. So yeah, you can complain that teachers are not earning anything, nurses are not earning anything, and it's completely valid. But where are the unions for those guys? You know what I'm saying? If there is a union, why is it not being utilized? If there's not a union, why is one not being put together? Because it's not fair. It's really not fair. Let's be real, man. Let's call a spade a spade. It's really not fair. I'm not gonna lie. I'll see some stuff like behind the scenes, like behind the scenes RMT stuff that they're like discussing and like certain talks that they hold with TFL and stuff like that. And the stuff that they reject, I'll be like, rah, you lot have got like confidence. How can you like what looks like a sick deal on paper? They'll be like, no, we rejected it. We want more. And then they'll be like, yeah, we want this, we want that. And they're like legit. They're like properly valid stuff. It's not just like them being extra or petty. It's like, raw, like these lot are serious, man. Like they're and it's not just that side of things. Like even down to like a per station, scale, they really do. Like RMT really do care about like us as employees. They'll make sure things are being dealt with properly. We're getting paid properly during like strikes and stuff like that. That no one is working above what they're getting paid for. Making sure managers are doing their jobs, making sure supervisors are doing their jobs, make sure stations are like of standard, you know, at the right standard. If anything's not right, they'll send out the emails, they'll make the noise about it. They're really on job, man. They're really on job.
Speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted.
I think London would be a little bit less grey if teachers had the same and nurses had the same.
Sorted.
But realistically, yeah, like I haven't worked so many jobs in my lifetime, but I've been around, and not a single other job I worked at had a union. If you had asked me what a union is, it sounds, bro, it's like starting from the 80s, like the coal mines. I don't know, they had unions back in the coal mines. That's the only like time I've heard unions when discussing old school stuff. It's something that's not really, I don't know, it's not really valued today. It's more seen between the carriages, but anywhere else is just fine. That's why you'll just see like 11, 12-year-olds walking around with cigs in hand. I really wish there was a reset camera button on the controller. A spark doing too much? I don't think it is, boss. Let the spark live. How you hating? Like, you need to find peace, bro. How you hating on a spark? Just let the spark be a spark, bro. Alright, Jackson. Take care of yourself, bro. Please do stay safe. Would like to see you again soon. Good luck finding a spot as well. No, Bill. I think that spark is a metaphor for, you know, what we should all be aiming for. We should all be aiming to be that, you know. Look at me, spark. You know. To bring that brightness to, you know,
Shortly be arriving at
and bring that light to the darkness.
This is British Transport Police. If you notice
It's
something out of the
poetic. You just have to
ordinary,
see it from the
speak
right
to a member of
perspective.
staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
Am I a spark? I would hope so. I would hope to be more than a spark. I'd hope to be a constantly illuminating beacon of light. I am the light of the earth.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Horling, Cuxton and Strood.
Hopefully a little brighter than that. You know what? Talking of wishing I had a camera reset button on the controller, I also wish I had a bell button. Like, surely they could have done something with the hold square and press stuff. That's soon gonna say RTX 5090.
Horling.
I'm speaking it to existence. Just like that was spoken into existence. No, you didn't think I had a 5 series. Why are you lying for? What? Because you got BMW now, so you can start talking about 5 series, 6 series, 7 series. Okay, bro. I see you. I see you. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing, man. Nah, Els. You just need to invest, bro. Bro's an exclamation mark car. That will stay empty, thank you very much. I got a fine. I got a parking ticket 2 weeks ago, and I got a fine for turning right today. The sign just says you can't turn right. I didn't see it. It was sunny. The sun was in my eyes. That's my excuse. But then when you look at why you shouldn't turn right, there's no reason. It's just a normal road. There's like there's no junction. There's nothing. It's just a road, and then a road. They just said you can't turn right.
We will shortly be arriving at Horling.
Hey, there was no advice that I gave, Els. I don't know why you keep coming back to that. I gave no advice. I should say Eberlingo. Oh, bro, I don't know, man. I'm not quite sure what character I'd be if I did get that car. I don't need to put no financial advice in my bio, Els, because I don't give it anyway. You know? So nothing has to be clarified. All that's here is TSW, LMU soon, and chill vibes. That's what you get when you come to an LWD Adnan stream.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood. Calling at
I just told you to invest. No, man.
Strood.
See, look, now the story's changed. So first you told me that I told you to invest in a PC. Now you're telling me I just told you to invest. So, do you get? So you can keep flicking it and flacking it and flocking it however you want and switching up the Rubik's Cube. I'm here, chilling. I ain't giving no one no advice. I mind my own business. You know. Anyway, I'm not saying anything else on the matter. Get into contact with my solicitor, and you can discuss the matter from there. You'll be in good hands with her. Oh, please provide the clip. You know what? Even if it's real, it's the day and age of AI. So you could have forged it. So I'll just say, yeah, I didn't say that. That's fake.
The next
I will delete the stream. I will delete the stream that I said it in, and so all you will have is a random video of me saying that. No one's gonna believe you, bro. You'll come out worse than you went in. You'll come out of it worse than you went in, bro. Is that what you want to do? Is that really what you want to do? I don't know. My phone's died. I think it was charging. Yeah, it died. My phone's been charging this whole time. Anywho, no one's gonna believe you, bro. Do it. Do it. Even if you have the clip, no one's gonna believe you. They'll think you're mad. They'll think you've lost the plot. Do you really want to put yourself in that situation? Oh, no, Nabil, yes, I know, bro. That was why it was charging. It says 2% as well, so it wasn't even 0%. It's turned back on and it says 2%. So what are we doing here? I'm just going to leave it, like, let it do its thing for a while. That's a bit scary, though, I'm not going to lie, because I had turned the screen off and it was charging. Like, there's no more I can do to help the battery in that case. It is a Samsung, yes. It's a Samsung S10 5G from 2018. You show me an iPhone that's lasted that long.
We will shortly be arriving.
Show me an iPhone that's lasted that long, I will spank your cheeks.
This is British
For
Transport
free.
Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
You heard what I said, bro. Let's not even let's not play those games, man. The Samsung hate it's unfounded. It's unfounded. Let's focus on what the bill said. You showed me a Mac running MSFS on Ultra. You know what? You show him. Somebody show him. Somebody show Nabil a Mac running MSFS on Ultra. Okay, my battery's on. Okay, it's on 4% now. I'll wait till it gets to like 10. No. What you've done, you know what you've done. You've opened the door, and now that we're all walking through the door together, now all of a sudden it's a problem. No. Let's walk and talk. You know, like back in the day. Listen, I don't know where you grew up in it. Well in Garden City, whatever in it. See in London, yeah. And if you're in the ends and you were younger, bro, you'd be chilling, and an older just comes and puts his arms around your neck. It's like, yo, what you saying, my bro? Let's walk and talk. You know what time it is.
Six,
You know what time it is.
say it.
You know what time it is. When the arm goes around your back, you know what time it is. So this is basically that. You get it? We've put our arms around you. Put our arms around your neck, and we're like, let's talk. Come, let's have a chat. Do you get it? It's you that open the door. Bro, I don't know where you grew up. Where did you grow up? Have you ever told me where you grew up? The only place I've ever associated by you is Welling Garden City. You've never made mention of any other location. You could have said Mumbai. I would have said Mumbai. It just so happens that you said Welling Garden City, innit? Nabil, I'll make it 30 just for you after the stream. Yeah? Send me a reminder on Discord. I'll make it 30. Okay, see what you've done here, my guy. At 18:58 on Tuesday, the 28th of April, you have said, right? You have promised. No, there's no I lied. No. There's no I lied. You said on the topic of subscriptions, you said make it 100. You've written 100, followed by and I'll match. Now, there has been sufficient evidence in previous discussion to say that it is you truly at your account. This is not a hack. You have hinted at previous conversations we have had. So we know that it's you, Mr. Els. So when I take this now to court and I say, look, sir, your honourable judge, here's the evidence. He never followed through. Oh, techie. Tecarini. Tecarino. You know what? I used to do that on Habbo Hotel. You reminded me of Habbo Hotel. I used to do that in Habbo. Where you try to move. You see a pretty little pixel on your screen. You try a little something. It doesn't work out. You have to pull the. Oh, sorry, man. It was my cousin. I let my cousin use my laptop. Or back in the day when they're moving to someone on Facebook. And it doesn't really go to plan. And then you have to say, oh yeah, sorry, I was hacked. Nabil, what are you bro, if I need... Bro, hello. It's you that will get the timestamp for me. You are the timestamp genius. I can't have you fight in his corner. As a matter of fact, I need printed timestamps now. I need 100 copies. You know, to be fair, as Els is muted, you know, he can't hear me apparently. I think it's only fair to... This is now when I admit I did actually give him financial advice. And I advised him to invest in the PC.
All change.
I need a way out of that.
Take all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
My phone is on 6%. How can I... Like, this is meant to have fast charging as well. I mean, I don't know what fast charging this battery has left in it. But apparently it's fast charging. Whoa. Where's bro gotten Morse code from? Yo, this has to be the first ever instance on Twitch of someone using Morse code in chat. There's no way. You know what? I'm gonna translate it. You have not gotten away with it. Whatever you think you've said and you think you've gotten away with, you have not gotten away with it. Move. On highlight. Jesus. And I want it to play the sound as well. What? It's not Morse code. What have you written in, bro? Of course it's not Morse code. It's all up and down. There's no dashes. What have you written in? What do you mean ask chat? I need to ask ChatGPT, but I can't. I have my previous. Will it log in? I don't want it to be logged in. I don't want it to be logged in. See what ChatGPT says, bro. Okay, it's not logged in. Bro is struggling. What is this, bro? Oh, it's Braille. You Braille. Was I meant to fill that on the screen? Oh. Bro's on. I don't know what you're smoking, bro. Get back to the game. I don't know what you're smoking. Flipping out, man. Ask for the. No, I respect that, man. You're being. What's the word? Conclusive. What's it? Conclusive. Conclusive. Inclusive. You're being inclusive. I respect that, man. It's respectable. Oh my days, bro said Braille. Like I was meant to just touch my screen and just clock it. Yeah, it's always this is what he's saying. You're not gonna see my ChatGPT history. I just clocked these lot got 2 different eyebrows. Yeah, we got there in the end, Els, man. Well, struggled a little bit, bro, but we got there. Why does the lift start open? The door's open.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Tunbridge, calling at Cuxton, Horling, Snodland, New Hythe, Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, Paddock,
Nah,
and
are you here for me or for Els? If you're here for or Nabil, if you're here for me, bro, I'll see you in the courtroom. You've done picked your poison. We'll battle it out in the courtroom, boss. Riding one of these trains was one of my meatiest trips ever. Very mid experience. It was on the high speed section as well, and I paid extra for the ticket. I regret it. Can't get in. But we're here for trains. Oh, okay. I will quote that. Hello, King. How you doing, bro? My phone is still on 6%. I don't think it will be seeing 10% anytime soon. Where in Mumbai is this? It's on the by the motorway to New Delhi. On the second junction.
The next station is Cuxton.
Yo, is this a 66 coming like at me? I guess we're gonna switch over. Was there a time like once upon a time? I'm sure this has happened to so many people so many times, but on stream, wasn't I playing like a German route? And I was just driving, and all of a sudden there was just a train in front of me, like it routed another train in my path. That was quite weird. There's been some very interesting pathing on Salzburg-Rosenheim, I think. By the way, when I say my phone is still on 6%, like the screen is off and it's just down. And it's not advancing beyond 6%. Flying is science. Driving a train is just... Oh, what do you mean driving a train is just... I don't know. Driving a train is science, boss. Oh, what are you talking about? India DLC would be peak. I mean... Hmm. Oh, you can't say that now, Bill. It's 2026. It's 2026, man. Ah, yo, you're getting a ban now. You're getting a ban now. Els, imagine it when you're not here, man. Do you see how, like, I need you, bro? If you want to sue me, so be it.
We will shortly be arriving at Cuxton.
No, it's quieter. Eight days. That's realness, you know.
Welcome aboard
That's
the
realness.
Southeastern service to Tunbridge, calling at
No, what do you mean it's embarrassing?
New Hythe, Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley,
I don't know, no, Bill, you make this claim because your numbers, you know what I'm saying, they're not,
and
you get,
Tunbridge.
they're not what they're not. So you make this claim that it's inaccurate, but I don't know, bro. Numbers don't lie, man. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I do read. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. What do you mean I don't stream? What do you mean I rarely stream? No, you're rarely on the streams. That's like you need to be careful of your wording, bro. You mean you're rarely on the streams? That's a minor little correction, but very important one there. Well, what do you mean Fez? He's talking Robert. He's talking pure waffle. He's talking pure waffle. That is the same energy that the people that were buying toilet paper had. So is that a person that you would listen to? A person that was panic buying toilet paper?
The next station is Horling.
Come on, Els, man.
This is British Transport Police.
You're a better man than that, I
If you
know.
notice something
I
out of
know,
the
bro.
ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
I don't know if he did or not, but the mentality that he's displaying at the moment suggests so. And you're going along with it willy nilly. You're gonna have to ask him if he was partaking in such activities. No, bro, don't communicate through a GIF. You have to tell us how you really feel. Are my spidey senses correct? You didn't message me that. Oh wait, no. Did you? Oh yeah, I was gonna send you the dimensions. I forgot.
We will shortly be arriving at
I need reminding, boss. Otherwise, things will just get left behind in the shadow realm. Els, what were you doing during COVID? I'm trying to like work you out. What would you have been doing during COVID? Were you working by then? Like doing what you do now? Even got the COVID jab. What a guy, man.
Welcome aboard
Playing
the
Fortnite.
Eastern
What?
Service
Not Warzone? Were you not playing Warzone?
calling at
What are you doing playing Fortnite?
New Hythe, Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, Paddock Wood, and
Thing is, train spotting in Welling Garden City actually is not a bad shout because you got the fast trains going like flying through there. I think that's the only really exciting thing though. What do you mean Warzone is bro? Warzone 29, Warzone 2020, bro. Warzone 2020, 2021. No way, fam. Compared to Fortnite as well. Nah, you gotta be trolling. You're trolling me, bro. Please tell me you're trolling me. You're making a mockery of me right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean trains also finish? Whoa. Pause.
the next station.
Who helps them finish?
Snodland.
Okay, my phone battery has gone down to 5% as I haven't been using it. It's quite profound. It's still got that like light strip that's bugging out on the bottom. I wonder if that's like just sucking up the battery. What do you mean before you were born? What are you talking about?
We will shortly be arriving at Snodland.
Bro said no country was left untouched by its cruelty. Bro, you just told ChatGPT to make you a story about COVID. The thing is, that sounds less AI than what I've been seeing game studios publish recently. That's the funny thing. Oh, it's an actual article. No, it's not.
Welcome aboard this
How?
Eastern service to Tunbridge. Calling
What do you mean it's an article? It's talking to somebody.
Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring.
That sounds like something I would have written like in year 11.
Tunbridge.
Not even year 11, like year 9. Year 9, year 10. It's part of like an English exam. If it was in primary school, I would have ended it with, and it was all just a dream. That day, yeah, was just like, you know, when you finish, when you finish plating up some food that you've cooked and you just sprinkle some parsley on top. That was what that was. That was a sprinkle in the end. Oh, for flip's sake, I've unlocked the doors. Okay, the website already is looking booky, bro. Where have you found this website? It was written during it as well. What?
The next
That's
station
meta.
is New Hythe.
Oh, bro, what is this? This is not. What is this meant to be, man? Is this like a book? Sue E says in the comments, "Wow, this is gorgeous and heartbreaking." Margaret says, "Great article of life during these difficult times. Well done, Krista." What is this, bro? This is giving me Ukraine vibes. Is this Ukraine? Is this a Ukrainian site? It is, isn't it? That's why. That's how you found it. What's Donosti? Is Donosti a Ukrainian town? It sounds Ukrainian. Is it Polish? No. Is it Polish? Donosti Ukrainian. How about you educate me, AS? Instead of just laughing at my lack of knowledge, how about you just inform me, and then I can be, you know, a step in wisdom greater than I was 10 minutes ago.
Shortly be arriving at New Hythe.
What is it? Is it another name for San Sebastian? Why has it got another name?
Notice something out of the ordinary.
I'm very much aware of San Sebastian. We used to drive through there, going to Morocco.
1016.
Why is it got two names? What's Donosti?
That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
Copa del Rey. Copa del Rey of Sunshine. I did just snort Els, yes. Are you going to report me to the snort police? Donosti is a name in where is Euskara? What is Euskara?
Southeastern service to Tunbridge, calling at Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, Paddock Wood, and Tunbridge.
Skara is a language spoken in the Bas. Ah. So have we just gone into like Spanish Civil War now? Is that where we've stepped into? Civil War territory. No, you have to know. You have to know.
You can't give us some financial support. Okay, okay, please give us a credit, and we will give you back money after the war.
You can't hear whatever I'm listening. What are you talking about? What am I listening to? Who has told you that I'm listening to something? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why have you taken it there? Why have you taken it there? What have I done? What have I said? What am I accused of?
We will shortly be arriving at Aylesford.
You don't listen to an article, you read it. You get Els, like raw, yeah, Mark. What have I done? I'm here asking for a bit of knowledge, a bit of wisdom, right? So a man can grow, right? I've humbled myself, right, and said, you know what? There's something that I need help with here. Do you mind helping me out? And this is what I've gotten in return. That's crazy, bro. Don't worry about what it says about Donosti. No, it's cool. You know, maybe I'll tell you what it says about Donosti, ASR. Then you come for my dad next. No, I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Tunbridge, calling at Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, Paddock Wood.
Ignorance is bliss in the realm of TSW. That's what ignorance is bliss. You mentioned my wife again. You are banned from the channel. Try me. That's one person you're not gonna bring over here. You know what else? You done a very good thing there, boss. That is the biggest brain play I've seen all week. That is the biggest brain play I have seen all week from you, else. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, you know, like Champions League medal worthy.
You can't give us some financial support. Okay, okay, please.
You know, like in Champions League when the runners up. When the runner's up, I can't even time him out. Nabil, can you time him out for me, bro? It's not working for me. I am trying to click and the options are not coming up. Why can't I do it from here? That is a flaw. I found a flaw in the system.
Now, real
I need to get you a Champions League medal, Els.
567 in our community is: will there be multiplayer?
There absolutely will be multiplayer in Train Sim World, absolutely. Of course, things have been going too well, haven't they?
Okay, I think it's been done. Thanks, Nabil. I was very confused for a moment. JFK! How you doing, my man? My camera situation, my man, right now. Oh, we're on 17%. Let's go. Yeah, we're coming back. That is what the situation is with my camera right now. We're coming back. Let me just disable it first and foremost. When it comes back well. How you doing, JFK? Good to see you. And then we do this. There we go. There's the boy. Boom. Now, I can't promise it's going to last until the end of the stream, but we will see how long it does go on for. I'm not gonna lie, JFK. I will gladly refund you your points, but I gotta keep it. I gotta keep L's in play right now. I'm not gonna lie. He's been a star. He's been a star player. He's been a key figure in the lineup this week. I gotta keep him there. Thank you, Nabil. I'm not gonna lie. He's got to stay on the field. ASR took it over to YouTube. That's where he's watching from. That's where he took it to. Ooh, could do the pizza, you know. Been driving trains on Thursday, flying. It says, "Oh, you've begun. How's it been? Damn, that was quick. How's it been? Your journey to a flying license." Yes, there's always politics here. This is a place for politics. This is a politics hub. It's a politics party. Nabil, let's not do too much now. Let's not do too much. Let's just relax a little bit, yeah? Let's not go that far. Politics hub. I already have a logo in mind.
If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak
An
to
inspired
Medway
one.
or text us on 61016.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
We'll get
Come
it
on, man.
sorted. That's
Go to Sushi Haja.
61016. See it.
Pineapple. Come on, bro.
Sorted.
You know, I always say, yeah, I can't really judge something that I haven't tried yet when it comes to food. Now, I'll be honest. I think the exception is pineapple on pizza. I don't think you need to try pineapple on pizza to know the pineapple shouldn't be on a pizza. You want to argue? Look down, take off your sock, there's your big toe, argue with it. But it's not me you're going to argue with about the topic. Sorry, my bad England. Thursday, first time flying because last time the previous pilot forgot to turn off. Wait, so the battery was drained? Is that... JFK, they don't really fill me with confidence, dude. I'll be honest. If I'm going to be flying with a flying instructor and he's forgotten the battery on... I might... Oh. I don't know, boss. I might have to take my business elsewhere. Els. Well, congratulations, bro. You've made the first team. This is the moment, bro. This is the defining moment in your career. Oh, someone from the flying club, JFK. Well, These are your instructor's colleagues. You know? I would still be concerned. What caused ASR to take it that far? I don't know. Maybe too many at the bar. But I'm not a rapper though.
We will shortly be arriving at Maidstone West.
Stolo swords. You know what? But you've put yourself like I've noticed you. I've noticed you, bro. You're on the radar. Probably a student who did a solo flight. So so again, JFK. So you know, my concern is still here. So that just means that the student wasn't taught properly by the same people that will be instructing you. So that means that you are going to be the one next time forgetting, you know, to turn off the battery. I think I see personally, I would file a lawsuit and say, look, there's a cause for concern here. He needs to hop in the freezer and chill out. I like that, Mark. Hop in the freezer and chill out. Chill out. Now, JFK, jokes aside, I wish you well, man. I respect the what would I even call it? I don't want to call it a hustle. I respect it. It's a big move, you know. It's a big thing, and it's a hard thing as well. First time in 17 years. I'm very tempted to keep on trolling, but I won't. They did the vote for new work council. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, but it's just a picture of the front of the bus. Was there meant to be more?
The next station is East Farley.
Have you hidden the rest of your story away from me? I thought you were gonna show me like the interior of the bus and it was just gonna be falling apart. Alright, Mark. Thanks for letting me know, mate. Driving trains, flying planes, what's the difference? Ask Els. Els was quite you know, he was quite adamant that driving trains is just a piece of cake compared to planes. What's your take on that, Mr. Els? A kid can drive a train, not a plane. No, a kid can fly a plane. A kid can fly a plane. Now, will the plane safely land is another matter. A kid can very much, bro. There's that Russian plane from decades ago where the guy put his son to drive and then he crashed the plane. His son flew, he just flew the wrong way. All right, Mark. Enjoy, mate. I did consider that yesterday, you know. I saw it there. I was thinking, should I just do a quick reinstall of GTA and then have a little go? I thought, nah. Would you be confident with a kid driving the train that you're riding on, Els? So easy, right? I'm getting so many emails, man. I'm gonna go to emergency. Rather not, however. Situation calls for it.
Welcome aboard this
JFK.
service to Tunbridge, calling at Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, Paddockwood, and
Right. Well, looking young doesn't equate to being young. I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. But you who drives trains for a living, full-time job on a salary, now flying planes, I don't think you qualify for being a kid, I'm afraid. No, I'm calling you mature. You're mature, you know. You're an adult living life as an adult, you know. You're looking after yourself, looking after anyone with you, you know. You're adding to your economy. I respect it. Is that the case in Belgium? I think in the UK, you can be like, you can do an apprenticeship for a train driver, but I don't think, like, basically either last week or the week before, I was looking at all the, not all, but I was looking at a lot of train operating companies and their positions for like train driver. Number one, there were no positions, but when I was reading through the guidelines and stuff for the position, almost all of them said minimum 21.
The next station is Wateringbury.
Nah, I hear you, Els. I hear you. Yeah, obviously flying a plane is more difficult. Doesn't mean obviously driving trains is simple. Just means that flying planes is more difficult. They already removed everything by the time. Oh, okay. Why? Okay. Did it have anything to do with the bus at all? Like, was there a particular reason it took place in a bus? In Belgium, you can even do the formation when you're 17 and 18. Formation, what's that? Is that... for flying planes. Wow. To be fair, yeah, actually, when I was in school, when I was like 16, there was someone in my class who had flown before. I think he did it via like something military. What do you mean? What do I mean, Nabil? Why was it? Why was the vote taking place inside the bus? I'm as confused about that as you're about my question. For vibes, I see. I see. Yeah, valid. Completely valid. Completely valid, man. Are you talking about driving trains that you can do when you're 17 turning 18, JFK? You can apply for being a train driver and start at 17. Okay. Wow. I mean, hey, if you know, the competence of 17 to 18-year-olds in Belgium is, you know, that high, and confidence aspiring, fair enough. If you could be a pilot or a train driver, what you choosing? Ooh. It's not as straightforward as people might think, you know. If I could just like wake up tomorrow and just be one with all the knowledge and everything, I think it'd be a pilot. I think I would choose pilot. A flying train. Well, considering how long a plane is, you kind of, in a way, are just flying a big train. They've both got wheels. They've both got engines. They both sometimes take fuel. I think I said wheels already. They're both long. They can carry a lot of passengers. They sound similar. Train, plane, plane, train. Your train is heavier, well, yeah, than a Cessna. But if we're talking airliners, basically, if we're talking anything that's not a Cessna, even like a Citation, now you're well into and beyond train territory.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Tunbridge, calling at Yalding.
I like how the gates come down.
And Tunbridge.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Els, you know we're talking about planes and trains here. Sorry for the confusion, bro. Airplanes are not heavy. It's 28th of April, bro, not the 1st.
The next station is Hildon.
What are we talking about here? So you are attempting to take advantage of my lack of knowledge in this field. See, now you've seen my vulnerability. You said, I'm going to grab that, thank you very much. Here's some bullshit. Why? Why are we doing that? Why can't we just function as a civilization, as one? Right? Where's the love? Where's the compassion? Where's the empathy? Oh, thank you, Nabil. Cheers. Duralumin is not a real material. No, see, you're just feeding me bollocks here.
We will shortly be arriving at Hildon.
You can say it's made of aluminium copper alloy, but you're not going to make up a name. What is your... Can you give me... Because maybe this is just a matter of, you know, misunderstanding based on subjectiveness. Could you give me your definition of heavy? Please define heavy. Thank you for the statistics, Nabil. Paramount to this conversation. Els, bro, you're asking if I would rather go from like London to Reading over like, I don't know, flying from London to Mallorca or something. You know, and then back to London, and then I go to like Rome. Do you get it? And then I'm in the air, I'm looking at the views, I'm in the air, legs up, arms behind my head. Do you get it? Like, it's not even a question. Okay, when you're talking a fully loaded passenger train, there's no specific train given. There's no number of passengers given. There's too much important information that's lacking from here. This train it's 132 tons. All right. So is that the train by itself, or is that with passengers? Even if that was a train by itself, yeah. Let's say worst case scenario, that's a train by itself, and it was full. But guy, the passengers are not going to equal tons, right? Compared to the 350 tons of the Boeing 777. Do you get it? So there's a lot of important variables here that are not being taken into consideration.
The next station.
The Rulumin is not true. It's not real. You just made it up. Okay, well, what's a big fully loaded passenger train? Okay, usually it would be, let's say this is 3 cars, right? So usually they go up to like what, 8? Yeah. So 6 would be it would be 330 tons, 320 tons. Okay, we start to get quite close to 350. Now, I think it comes down really to what exactly are we comparing? Are we comparing a Cessna? Are we comparing a Beluga XL? Are we comparing a DB 642, or are we comparing, you know, one of the freight trains from Cajon Pass or from Sherman Hill? I think it all comes down to specifics. If you want a train to weigh more than a plane, you'll use 2 very specific examples. If you want to make the argument that a plane weighs more than a train, you're going to use 2 other very different examples. Something like the Anton. Is it the Antonov? It's called the Antonov. You know, that's going to be heavier than any train. You know, maybe even heavier than all the freight trains in the US. The difference is a lot less than what I would have ever thought. But there's no right answer without using specifics.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Tunbridge, calling at Paddock Wood and
Cheap. It looks possessed though. Where you going, big fella? Hello, CP. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Google. Haha. Is duralumin a real material? No, not duralumin. Not duralumin. Duralumin. No such material exists. Case closed. Thank you very much. You're already standing on a table made of soup and calling it architecture. Wow. Just wow. This is a writer. This is a man who writes. Very respectable literature. I'm not buying it. No. I mean, at this point, you might as well tell me that jet fuel melts steel beams.
we will shortly be arriving at Paddock Wood.
I'm just not going to buy it. Okay, CP. Okay, boss. Top 10 LWD Adnan roulette moments. Why did you lot let this roulette thing die? It was very fun. There were real emotions involved. Real hardcore emotions. Ah, yes, the censorship is working. Good. No propaganda will be spewed here. You know what's crazy? Out of all the things I've heard, bro, I don't know whether that's that's a complete lie, whether that's a real article. Oh my god, it's meant to be Halfords. I love it. I actually need to take my car to Halfords. I like this. Cute. Why is there a car on top? It's worth it, CP. I mean, I think it's worth it full price, I'll be honest. It is a bit of a one-trick pony, I'm not gonna lie. You just go from A to B and B to A and A to B and B to A in less than an hour. But, bro, this is one that you could just, like, really immerse yourself in and maybe try and drive HUDless. It's very immersive. Very, very immersive. Never go to Halls Water Centre. I can't speak too much about Halls, no. I think I've been scammed. I think I said this last week. I still haven't heard back from the tint website where I bought tints from. They took my money and I haven't heard anything from them. Bro, I would tell you, as someone who has ridden them, been around them, heard them many times, the sounds are on point. On point. I can't tell you how accurate the toilet is. I haven't used the toilet on one of these yet. Once I use the toilet on one of these, I will come back to report. Talking of toilet, I've been needing it for the last hour. I think I've done very well in holding it. It's not real. It's not. You're gonna tell me I'm a conspiracy theorist. You're gonna tell me, oh, tinfoil hat man, ha ha ha. That's fine, bro. They've got you. They've got you. It doesn't exist. Bro, you know me. I keep it real. It doesn't exist, bro. They've gotten you with that. And you know what? I welcome you to the light if you wish to follow me to the light. Otherwise, you can live in darkness your entire life. Use the toilet as guard room. You know what, CP? I hear it. They should have made people... They should have had, like, NPCs hide away there, in all honesty. I think that would have been cool. You've been on them on before last visit, 22nd of January 2025. That's... Thank you, man. If we didn't have anyone to confirm, we would have just been guessing all our lives. Oh no, I agree, CP. Yeah. More, bro. More. More is better. You know? We need to make sure when the class 70 comes that there's also a lot of those as well, so we can have a lot to choose from. Variety is good. Variety, what's it called? Variety is the spice of life. I think that's the saying. What am I saying about the bus roadmap? What I'm saying about that is, why the heck was that censored? That's the first thing I'm going to say about that. What did they feel like was some exclusive elite top level? Thank you, CP.
LWDADN Matt P.
What, like, top level info did they have there that they felt like they couldn't share and they had to hide and, like, tease? Secondly, you know, some things there were quite of interest. You know, the buses mostly and the route. And it's from Halicon, and Halicon have smashed Hamburg. I'm gonna be honest, so I expect no less quality than what we've seen already from them. Everything else just went through my eyes, escaped through my ears. Els, bro, if you were here more often, my guy, you know, you'd enjoy them more, man. You're welcome. You're welcome to all of them, you know? What do you mean need another? Bro, do you know how many London buses there are on Omziak? There are actually quite a bit. Go play, you need to play Roblox Croydon, bro. Roblox Croydon will tickle that itch. It will scratch that itch. Because they're going in over there, I won't even lie to you, bro. Think a plane would be able to fly if it was made of steel? I actually don't know. I don't know. I don't know how heavy steel is actually. I don't know about planes. I don't know how much. I don't know how powerful the engines are. How much weight can a plane actually carry? Plus fuel, without fuel, with passengers, without passengers. You know, variables, man. I'm a cat, bro. It's not a sim, yeah, but bro, it will scratch that itch. Like, it will scratch. Like, there's an itch in your brain. It will scratch it. You haven't played it enough. You need to play it more. Why do you want to play Omzi, bro? Omzi is just a stuttering, spluttering. You know, Omzi is like that cartoon car, yeah, that coughs. It coughs black smoke, and it moves like that. The wheels move like that. That's what Omzi is, bro. It's not a serious candidate. Omzi is like an Edmund sim. It's like an Edmund car. Bro, I'm speaking for myself, speaking for a lot of people, bro. How many comments when I was streaming it would say, "Ah, performance, it's lagging, it's this, it's that." Bro, it's just like bro, it's the car that goes when you press the horn. Come on, bro. Omzi is washed. Omzi is washed, bro. Moving forward, it's the bus only. That's why they use Derulimin. Bro, you keep trying to sell me this conspiracy of Derulimin. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Omzi is voidership. The way voidership makes you feel. That's what Omzi is. I'm not doing it again, Els. You've heard it once. You know exactly what sound I'm talking about. And you know that I'm right. You know that I'm right. You can argue all day and night. But you know it in your hearts of hearts. You know what the situation is. Omzi just simulates a headache. That's what Omzi simulates. Oh, is that what you call it, JFK? Must be big then.
This is Tunbridge. This train terminates here. All change.
The Rulerman is not, bro. You've come up with it, and to be fair, it sounds nice. It's pleasing on the ears. The Rulerman, it just sounds like smooth, but you're not gonna fool me. You know what it is? So I really don't know. I clicked on it yesterday to look at the Steam page of it. I looked at it for a while, some seconds, and it just it didn't echo within me, you know? It didn't echo within me. It didn't talk to my spirit. So, I don't know. The brown and grey cubes, we'll get an update on them in 7 years' time. Oh, it has a Wikipedia page, so that's it. Khalas. How can I have been so wrong? Oh, how can I have been so foolish? It's got a Wikipedia page. You know what, Nabil? Let's go, bro. You head it. You plan it, and we'll follow, bro. I'm involved. You got me already. You've won me over. Ah, yes, of course. Zentalasa for Westin. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. In New Babelsberg. Yes. Absolutely. You've won me over there. Ah, how can I have been so foolish? Absolutely, man. As a matter of fact, I'm so like mind blown. I'm gonna have to end the stream there. You've just like, if I stay any longer, my head will physically enlarge, and I can't risk that. It might cause me damage in the long term. So I'm gonna end. I have to end it there before I get too much knowledge imparted in my brain. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Health is wealth. And until the next one, peace out.